Hey friends, we're back to part 2 of the shop barn build. Today we're getting metal delivered. We've got a couple of young gentlemen that are going to come up here to assist me to get these panels hung. So there's going to be a lot of talking going on, so just pay attention and enjoy. As you can see, we're working with 36-foot panels down through here and stuff. We're going to have one guy on one end, another on the other. And let me show you what kind of system I set up for the middle so we can make it a little easier to lift these panels. Now, if you look closely, I've got a little pulley system set up here with a C-clamp down here. See that? The guy in the middle is going to be pulling this rope, which is dead center in the middle of this 36-foot metal panel. Well, the two guys on the end are actually going to be holding and lifting this thing up, and I'll be doing most of the pulling. The two guys on the end will be securing and kind of stabilizing this so we can lock the two panels in together and then secure them with self-tapping metal screws. Alright, you guys can see we got two panels up. I got one more panel that's got to go down here at the bottom, and then we're going to jump over to the other side. Alright, so we got two full 36-foot pieces. They are 36 feet long by 3 feet wide. We got one more section on this particular part of the carport we're turning into a shop barn, but it's not completely 3 feet wide, it's less than that. So, but if you look, this metal beam actually goes uphill and goes back downhill. So we took a measurement at the lowest point, which is 14.5 inches, and we're going to go over and we're going to cut another piece to match this. All right, we got one more full piece, full panel that's got to go up here, and then the 2 cut panels, and we're going to be done with this part of the build before we start on the back and the front. And just like that, through the magic of time, our side panels are up. It's a sexy looking building and stuff. By the way, in case you want to know, that color is slate. All right, I'll talk about that in a second and everything. Still got some screws to put in and stuff. Let's do a walk around. I'll show you a couple little things that we ran into we're going to have to fix down the road. Here we go. All right, here's what we ran into. Now, because I live up here in the middle of nowhere in the rolling backcountry of western Kentucky, everything's on a hill. So you can see how that's kind of gapped out. See that? The metal is straight, it's level. But the framework goes to the contour of the ground, going up and then back down. So all 4 corners have this little bit of gap. I will take care of that off camera, and eventually this will all have gravel piled alongside of there, and you'll never see that. Hey, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching part 2 of the shop barn build here in Western Kentucky Outpost. Not to mention the classic truck restoration, which will be coming down the road here in a bit. But the most important thing is we've got to get this shop barn done, walls up and everything ready to go, because winter's right around the corner and I don't want to be working on this thing in 5-degree weather outside. We've got more panels, 4 more panels, 20-foot panels that are going to be put up on the back half of the shop barn, but we can't do those until I actually frame in some wood beams in the middle so the metal panels have something to screw to. Not to mention the fact that the front of this is going to be framed in wood as well, and we're going to be putting barn doors on this thing. Got any comments, questions? Leave them down below. Until next time, I'll see you on the Outpost.